everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode, we are going to take a look at a really awesome long-range little drone. This is an FPV drone. It is called the Eachine Shadow Fiend. I'm spinning it around here. It's a really good drone because it came on the market after a lot of the other long-range drones. Now, let me say this as well. Eachine does not make drones. If you buy an Eachine drone, they don't make drones. They have other companies, like the big name companies, make the drones for them. So who makes this drone? I have no idea. It kind of looks like it's made by iFlight, but I could be totally wrong. But that's probably why it's such good quality. It's a really good drone. Now, this drone comes in 3 models, and 2 of the models are digital and 1 is analog. Big difference is, obviously, digital means the camera's digital, so you have to wear those DJI FPV goggles. They're back there someplace. I can't really see through the camera. If you get the analog version, you will save yourself over $100 US because analog is very inexpensive nowadays. So this thing in analog is about, I think it's about $139 for the analog version. When you jump up to the digital version, it starts at about $235 US. That is not expensive. All of you running away from your computer monitor right now, that's not expensive compared to other long-range drones on the market with similar features. For instance, you have the Flywoo Explorer. I reviewed this drone in the summer of 2020. It was the first of its kind that was long-range, super light, under 250 grams. It is loaded with features. It is really good. And this Eachine one, is it just as good? Well, yeah, it's just as good and it costs less. Not only does it cost less, but it weighs less. Yeah, so if you're all about the 250 gram regulation, then this is under 250 and this is under 250. But as soon as you start adding a battery to this one, like a big battery, it goes over 250. You add a big battery to this one, it's still under 250. So you see how the Eachine one is kind of like, it's becoming more attractive to you. Let me just tell you about the weight. Now, the weight of the Eachine Shadow Fiend is 148 grams, and the weight of the Flywoo Explorer is 160 grams, both under 250 grams. That's great. But watch what happens when you add a battery. Now, I like to fly these little drones with a 650 milliamp hour battery, but I really love to fly them with an 850 milliamp hour battery. But that's a problem for the Flywoo because it pushes it over. Watch, check this out. So with the Eachine drone and a 650 milliamp hour battery, I'm at 215 grams, and the Flywoo Explorer is at 227 grams. So we're still good. But watch what happens when I put the 850 milliamp hour battery. Now the Eachine's at 246 grams. Bonus! I'm within regulations, but the Flywoo is 258 grams, and it's over regulations. Now, for some unknown crazy reason, this happens all the time to me. If you ever become a reviewer on YouTube of drones, I never ask companies to send me anything. I don't know how many people write to me and say, hey, Steve, how do you get companies to send you drones? I don't ask anybody to send me anything. What happens is companies have to ask me and I have to give the okay if I want to review their product. So I say no more than I say yes. So Banggood said, hey, Steve, you review long-range drones. Would you like to review the Eachine Shadow Fiend? I said, yes. They said, we'll send you one. Well, they didn't send me one. They sent me 2 of them. So I ended up with 2. Why do I have 2? Because they both have different digital cameras in them. So I have one that's the Nebula camera, which is this one, and one that's the Vista camera, both digital. If I were a newbie and I didn't know the difference between the Nebula, this is a Nebula version 2, by the way, and the Vista digital camera, then I would be scratching my head right now, like probably some of you, and going, well, what's the difference between the 2? Honestly, there's not much of a difference. There is a difference in weight, and there is a difference in price. So if you want to fly with as little weight as possible, you want to get the Nebula version here, V2, which is going to cost you less money than the Vista version here. This Vista camera is heavier because it's a bigger camera, has a better image, but you'd probably want this one, the smaller one. So what's the difference in weight? If I look at my little chart here, the weight is 148 grams for the drone with a Nebula, and here we go, 156 grams for the Vista camera. For everybody out there who's not familiar with Vista cameras, digital and Nebula cameras, this is version 2, which is the good Nebula. If you ever heard that Nebula cameras are really terrible, that was version 1. Version 2, Nebula cameras are outstandingly awesome. So if you don't know what the difference is in the image, let me show you right here. Watch this. Here we have the Nebula V2, and it only allows me to record in 16:9, which is perfectly fine for videos. Just check out the colors. They're a bit oversaturated with the Nebula compared to the Vista. Well, you haven't seen the Vista, but you're about to. I'm going to switch to the Vista. Now, the Vista lets me record in a full 4:3 format. Now, you're saying, why would I record in 4:3 over 16:9? It's because then you can crop and grab the 16:9 at any portion you want of the video, lower, upper, or middle. And if you want to see what it looks like if I switch it to 16:9, here we go, same image, and that's in 16:9. So how does this compare to the Nebula, you're wondering? Well, let me put them side by side and show you right here, and you will see, as I mentioned, the images look really good. I've got them both in 16:9, but on the Nebula, a little bit oversaturated for colors, and you're going to see that in my flight. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is my flight with one of these, because I had to go out and test them. So I'm going to spoil it for you right now. It flies fantastic. It's awesome. It's like, I fly so many drones. It doesn't matter if they're FPV or camera, that honestly, it's like I can fly anything. And as long as the drone, you know, as long as I'm flying and everything is working as my brain says I have to do this and the drone should be doing this, then I'm happy. If the drone does something else when my brain is saying it should be doing this, then I'm unhappy. So let me just say this here, it flies great. Now, I know a lot of you do not have a lot of cash, because every time I show videos of drones, everybody's asking me about, can you show a $50 drone? I don't show $50 drones. But anyways, you know, maybe in the future I will. So what I did, instead of flying the one with the Vista camera, which I'm sure a lot of you would say, well, he's going to fly the Vista camera because it has a better image, I actually flew the one with the Nebula version 2 camera because I think the image is pretty good, and you'll save yourself some money on it because it is cheaper. So what I did is I took this drone here, I'm looking over here, and I just took one of my 3D printed mounts. This here is for an Insta360 Go camera, and I just slapped it on top with a zip tie. That's all you do with these mounts. I'm going to show you video of my flight with the camera, the Nebula. I'll show you some of that, and of the Insta360 camera, and you'll see how good it is. It's really good, so check this out. All right, I'm at my local area where there's people skating down there on the river. It's frozen. And ice fishing. Not a lot of people out ice fishing because we do have the COVID thing going on and everybody's got to keep their distancing. So I have the Shadow Fiend here, and I've attached a little Insta360 Go to the front. That's going to record some video, so I'm going to show you the video coming from the Insta360 Go and also the little Nebula camera on the drone. I'm going to take it down and go check out the guys ice fishing, since it is a long-range drone. So here we go. All right, I'll put on my DJI goggles over my glasses. Hopefully nothing fogs up. There we go. I can see everything nice and clear. Doing this with gloves on is not that easy. All right, let's make sure we're in acro mode. Here, let's get this out of my, so you can hear me not mumbling. And arm. There we go. We should be going. Fly over the branches. Ooh, I see somebody out here. That's the road to take you out to the ice fishing. What the heck is this? What is this? Well, that's a piece. Somebody made a little rink here. Pretty sweet. Okay, there's a rink right there. Cool. And there's people skating over there. There's that big fishy. It's not really the greatest thing to skate on. It doesn't look that smooth. All right, let's go back. Go see Mr. Fishy here. Take it up. So I guess I should talk about this here drone. Long range. It flies really, really well. It's super easy to fly. Oh, I see a group of people over there. And let's go out and check out the ice fishing people first. Another skating rink over here. Check that out. Looks like one. Oh, there's somebody without a hut ice fishing. A few people there. And this guy's got a little hut. You need the hut when it's windy out. And we have some people back here. Pretty sweet. And let's see if I can make it all the way out to these guys. All the way out here. Going, 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 going. Or else I have a long walk if this thing falls from the sky. There we go. There we go. So they got a hole down there. Pretty sweet. So that's where I came from, and this is where I'm coming back. Video reception's good because it is digital. And of course the telemetry is all A-okay, at least it is right now. I'm just staying over the road, keeping away from the people. I'll go on this side over here. And let's see what we can see. So this drone, I'm so used to flying long-range drones. Long-range drones are all the same. There's no no differences really. This one flies super smooth. It flies just like the Flywoo. I don't notice any difference. I'm just checking these people out, what they're doing. I can hear cars driving beside me. There's a dog doing its thing. These people are wondering, why is that guy flying around me? Well, they can't see me because I'm way back over here. There's the fishy. There's the people skating. So if you have a long-range drone, you can do an awful lot of cool stuff. So pretty good. Oh, we got some, I don't know what's going on over here. What is that? There's something in here. Cool. You can go in this area. Let's go down here, check this out. See where this leads to. Not really sure. All right. And go way up and I'll be on the road coming back to me. And there's my Jeep over there. I'm going to go over into this area of water. This is behind my Jeep. And let's see, I can hear a car moving around me. There it is right there, that truck. Right there. And I got to watch out for these wires, electrical wires up here. So, long-range drones, all the rage. Everybody should have one because they're so small. This here drone is, I don't know if I already mentioned it, it is less than 250 grams with the included Instago camera mount that I put on it, plus the Instago 360, plus a 650 milliamp hour battery. So it's pretty decent. All right, let's bring it down and check out the video. Let's go over here. Where am I? I'm someplace through these trees. All right, bring it down close, nice and slow. Trying to hit these branches and come on over to me. There's my landing pad. Trying to hit these branches and come on over to me. There's my landing pad. Do you see white? That's all I see. There's my landing pad, and that's where I landed right there, face first in the snow. All right, let's grab that out so I don't do any damage to it. Now these drones, I've probably mentioned this in a million videos. You can, if you want, fly FPV drones in the snow in the winter time because the snow is cold. Right now, nothing is melting, so I just have to unplug it and shake that snow off like this, and it's all good. Just don't want anything to melt and turn into water. So what did you think of that flight? It's pretty decent. The camera looks pretty good. You know, it wasn't half bad at all for being outside. And through my goggles, my digital FPV goggles, well, the image looked perfect and I could see where I was going. And these, both of them, all drones FPV fly well in the cold. Camera drones, not so much. Cold affects them, but when you're flying FPV, you don't have to worry. The only thing is, as you saw in the video, when you land and you get snow on your drone, do not keep flying without removing the snow because the snow will melt due to the heat. So I'm impressed. I really like it. So the next thing I'm going to show you is what comes in the box. And let me tell you right now, in the box, for some reason, and since it's an Eachine product, and it's usually typical with Eachine, you don't get an awful lot. Like, you get enough to get going, but there's no instructions or anything like that. So I hope you're watching this video because this is telling you everything about it. So let me show you what comes in the box right now. Watch this. And here we have the box. The product comes in, and then here's what comes in the box. So you get props, you get a battery holder, a battery rubber mount, and some spare screws. And then you have your drone. You just put it together and it looks like this. Pretty simple. I've got my laptop open because I just wanted to check something on the specs. I didn't show you in the video the GPS rescue, but yes, just like all long-range drones, on the back of the drone here, you have a little GPS, and the GPS is very fast because I forgot to mention it when I was flying. I could see right in my goggles. If you've never used digital goggles and a drone with GPS rescue, when you fly, two things, sometimes 3 or 4 things you'll see, but you definitely see how many satellites you have, if that's what you want to see. So I could see how many satellites the GPS had, and I see a little arrow that points back to me all the time. So I always know where I am. I could fly out 2 miles, the arrow will always point back to me, and I just follow the arrow to get home, because if not, I could get lost and run out of battery power. And sometimes, if you want, you could show your longitude, latitude. I didn't have that displayed on mine. So they do have GPS rescue, and it does work. I don't really show it in videos anymore because it's always the same. You just flick a button and the drone flies up, comes back to you, but you have to take it over to land it yourself. So it has that. I just wanted to check on my laptop here for the ESCs on here. It is a F4 flight controller, and they are 20 amp ESCs. I thought they were 20 amp ESCs, but I wasn't sure. So that's pretty decent. One other thing I should mention that I've noticed between the two, the version with the Nebula camera, the frame is a little narrow compared to the one with the Vista, because the Vista camera is larger, so it's a larger camera, so the frame is a little larger. I like the narrow frame. It's pretty good, and that takes away some of the weight. They both have like a 2mm carbon fiber frame, top and bottom, which is very strong. The arms are pretty thick. I think they're like 3mm. And checking my laptop, I wanted to see what they called this antenna. I like the antenna. It's got some alien thing on the end, so I'm like, no way is Eachine going to put an alien stamp on the back. It must be a brand name. So I look here and it says it's called a UFO second generation far space line antenna. I have no idea what that is, but the antenna works fine. You know, my digital signal, this is what's shooting everything back to me. My signal for my video and the telemetry and everything all went well through this big long antenna. All right, guys, so there you have it. Well, let me just squish the propeller there. Yeah, so there you have it. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the Shadow Fiend. It's really good. If you want to save some shekels, and where's my Flywoo? The Flywoo, you know, now they have version 2 out of the long range, and they also have the Hex version. I've reviewed that. There's a lot of R&D that's gone into the Flywoo, especially with the version 2, so it's more expensive. But if you want to save some shekels and you want to get the Banggood one, I'm going to put the links below. So I'll do it this way. I'll put the links to all of the ones on Banggood, the Shadow Fiend. I'll put links to, because a lot of people always ask me, I'll put links to the Insta360 Go, the camera I stuck in here. This mount is just something I found on the internet. If you search around for Insta360 Go camera mounts, you'll find them. They're all over the place. I have a pile of them, and I found this on the internet, and I use it on a lot of drones. Like I said, you just put a zip tie through and you're good. And with all of that said, I say thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in future videos with many more drone reviews. And before I say goodbye, if you have any questions on this drone, these drones, the Insta360, anything, just post them below and I'll get back to you. All right, guys, take care. Catch you in the next video. Bye.